Today we'll explore the brawlers with the most tragic backstories, uncovering the pain, loss, and struggles that shaped them into who they are today. So grab your tissues and let's get started. First up, we have to talk about Kenji. Kenji wasn't always a fighter. He was born into a peaceful life, known as the best sushi chef in town. Every morning before the sun rose, he'd be in his kitchen, creating mouth-watering dishes with care and love. His home was his whole world, and his knives were tools of art. To everyone else, Kenji seemed like a calm, happy man, but behind his gentle smile were eyes filled with sorrow, haunted by a night that changed everything. One evening, a group of ruthless samurai robots stormed into his home. With cold steel limbs, they tore apart his kitchen. Worse, they took his family. No one knows why they attacked, but Kenji didn't back down. He fought back with only his kitchen knives. He fought with everything he had, but there were too many of them. When the dust settled, nothing was the same. Kenji couldn't pretend to be a chef anymore. His past, once a mystery, was likely the reason for the attack, but it was too late. The knives he once used for sushi, he turned them into weapons. And now, with his trusty katana, Kenji is slicing his way through Star Park, fueled by the pain of the past and the fire of revenge. Now let's talk about Doug, because behind that cheerful smile is a story you probably haven't heard. Doug wasn't born like most others. He was created through magic, brought to life for one simple purpose: to bring joy. And for a while, he did. Doug became famous for his hot dogs. So good, even Mortis took notice. Mortis offered Doug a deal: sell his hot dogs at Star Park. But there was one catch. Doug had to use the official Star Park recipe. At first, Doug didn't think much of it. A recipe is a recipe, right? But then things started getting weird. Visitors began acting strange. They were angry. Some even started fighting. And then they started dying. Doug knew something was wrong. He looked closer and found the truth. Each bite of his hot dogs was filled with strange chemicals. They didn't just taste good, they twisted your mind. It was all part of one of Mortis's twisted experiments. Now Doug is trapped. He knows the truth, but if he says a word, he disappears, just like others before him. So he keeps smiling, keeps serving, and hides the horror behind his happy face. Because in Star Park, the smile might be the only thing keeping him alive. Now let's talk about Colette, because her story takes a dark turn you won't see coming. Colette used to be just a regular girl, quiet, curious, and always lost in her own world. She didn't have many friends until she met Edgar. Like Colette, Edgar felt like an outsider. That's what brought them together. They understood each other in a way no one else could. But while Edgar tried to live in the real world, Colette started slipping into fantasy. It all began with brawler plushies, cute little toys that made her feel safe. But soon she wanted more. She started collecting every toy, every figure, every piece of Star Park merch she could find. It wasn't just a hobby, it became an obsession. Edgar noticed something was wrong. He tried to help her come back to reality, but to Colette, even Edgar became part of her collection. Just another toy she could control. When Edgar realized that, he walked away. He was the last piece of the real world she had left. And when he left, everything changed. Now her toys aren't just toys, they're broken memories, twisted into something terrifying. Colette has entered the arena not just to play, but to collect. And this time, she's after one thing: Edgar's head. Leon and Nita weren't just siblings, they were something special. Born with powerful magic, Nita could summon Bruce, her loyal bear, and Leon had the rare ability to disappear and become invisible. They were unstoppable together for a while, but as they grew older, something changed. Leon started to pull away. He spent more time alone, hiding in his room, slipping into the shadows, both literally and emotionally. His power made it easy to disappear, not just from sight, but from the people who loved him. Nita tried to reach out. Then one day, everything fell apart. Nita was attacked by none other than Edgar. It was sudden, brutal, and Leon, he was there. But instead of fighting, he ran. Nita survived. She came back stronger, fiercer, but her heart was different. From that day on, she held one feeling toward her brother: betrayal. They haven't spoken since. Now Nita is a warrior, a protector, and Leon, he still vanishes into the shadows. No one really knows what he's thinking or feeling, but behind that hoodie and silence, he carries deep regret. Melody always dreamed of singing under the spotlight, and for a while, that dream came true. She started in a small karaoke bar, charming crowds with her sweet voice and bubbly energy. Her kawaii style made her stand out, and soon, Star Studios came knocking with a golden contract, the chance to become a global pop star. She took it. And for a while, everything sparkled. Her songs were everywhere. Fans adored her. She looked perfect, but behind the glitter was a life full of pressure and pain. Star Studios controlled everything. What she wore, how she looked, what she sang. She had to be flawless, even if it meant skipping meals and working around the clock. Her songs, owned by the company. Her smile, forced. What started as a dream turned into a golden cage. But Melody didn't give up. She transformed. She trained her voice not just to sing, but to fight. Her notes became weapons. Her songs a battle cry. She broke free from Star Studios not to chase fame, but to reclaim her voice. Now, in the chaos of the Brawl arena, Melody doesn't just perform, she strikes. Every deadly note is a reminder she's no one's puppet anymore. From a young age, Edgar felt like the world didn't understand him. His emo look, his mom called it a phase. His classmates saw him as weird, dramatic, even invisible. But Edgar didn't see himself that way. Deep down, he believed he was meant for something bigger. He spent hours alone at Brawl school, sketching his style. That scarf wasn't just fashion, it was his shield, a way to hide his face from the stares and the laughs. Then one day, he discovered acrobatics. Something clicked. Leaping, flipping, moving faster than anyone else. This was his escape, his power. He trained in secret, pushing his body to the limit. He didn't just want to be good, he wanted to be untouchable. And when he joined the Brawl arena, he made sure everyone noticed. Edgar started winning, fast, flashy, ruthless. But with every win came more whispers, more eye rolls, more hate. They called him arrogant, a show-off. But Edgar didn't care. To him, their hate was proof. They saw him now. They envied him. He feeds off it because every insult fuels him. Every eye roll sharpens his edge. Every battle, win or lose, is another step toward proving what he's always believed. He's not like them, he's better. Don't forget to like and subscribe for part 2.